Okay, the path we are going to be riding today is the Bell Rock Pathway. There is a parking spot at the Little Horse Trailhead where you can park to start the ride. We rode from our Airbnb. It was a little bit crazy getting here, but now we're on the beginner mountain bike path.
Let's get riding, baby. Welcome back, everyone. This week we find ourselves exploring Sedona, and what better way to challenge ourselves than with a new type of adventure, mountain biking.
This is almost like Bixby Bridge all over again.
Despite having done some various biking adventures, none have been mountain biking, and we thought this was the perfect way to see the beautiful Red Rock in Sedona. The Bell Rock Pathway is a multi-use trail that is rated as beginner for mountain biking.
Go!
It is a 3.6 mile one-way route and offers fantastic views of Bell Rock, Courthouse View, and other landmarks in the area.
All right, well, it's time to walk my first section. Let's go.
Most of the pathway is wide, hard surface, but there were some steep hills, which was a good challenge for us.
This trail is also open to hikers. Oh, bump! Woo! So you do have to watch out and share the path. However, we're out here early, and so far we've only encountered one person out hiking. Like we're climbing.
She's doing great. I'm sure she's probably talked about it a little bit, but we are on the Bell Rock Pathway here in Sedona, which is one of the mountain bike, I don't know what you'd say, one of the best mountain biking places in the world. Well, there are some very, very difficult trails here from what I'm told. We are doing the beginner version. It is a hiking / biking trail. No jumps we've seen, mostly double track, pretty darn relaxed. Kari had to walk her bike only once so far, but breathtaking views of the Red Rock everywhere you look.
The best part is there's no traffic. You don't have to worry about cars. There is quite a bit of climbing though. Big rock, big rock. Woo!
Another climb, another climb. What do you think so far?
It's beautiful, but it's a little bit of a workout. It's about to get even harder.
We're both walking this section. Got a little steeper than we thought. This is so cool.
How cool, a little section where you actually ride over the top of the Red Rock. Well, this whole ride has been beautiful, but right now we just turned a corner and we have a full view of Bell Rock right in front of us.
Okay everybody, so if you're wondering, no, these are not our bikes. We rented from Thunder Mountain Bikes in downtown Sedona. Kari and I are both on a hardtail. Neither of us have ridden a full suspension mountain bike. Kari doesn't even, I don't even know if you've ever ridden a mountain bike. So we chose these, one, because there was more available, because most people who rent here want a full suspension for the more aggressive trails. And these just seemed easy for us and semi-familiar. Plus the trail we're doing, it's been totally fine on a hardtail mountain bike. Kari, the one they gave her is a Trek, and it has the name Roscoe on it. I don't even know if that's the exact brand or not, or the style. And I'm on a Rocky Mountain Crowler, for anyone that's interested. So far, both bikes have been great. Pretty comfy. They both came with dropper posts, tubeless tire setup, and both have disc brakes with a 1x drivetrain. So plenty of gearing, nothing's been too hard other than we're just tired. And let's continue riding. Yeah, so the Bell Rock pathway ends in like another 0.1 or 2 of a mile, but the big bark loop is also rated beginner, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 2 miles extra. It's a giant loop, and it comes up, I think, where the split was up there a little bit. So it had probably like a 2 mile, but it'd be a loop called the Big Park Loop.
Some tricky parts for me, but my first mountain bike ride.
So if you've recently seen, our first backpacking overnight trip was Havasupai, and then your first mountain biking ride was in Sedona. I don't think you can beat those for your first. I don't know.
We go big on our first time.
And the views from the parking lot here, we're at the opposite end of the trail, the Bell Rock parking lot. Anyways, look at these views from the parking lot. What snacks does she have today?
Granola bar.
I got that beef jerky. It's gonna be so good.
There's nice little shaded areas at the parking lot, so if you want to take a break and have a little snack, it's a nice little rest area, and there's also restrooms available. We just did 4.5 miles on the Bell Rock pathway, but there's another loop once you get towards the end or the south side of the trail called the Big Park Loop. That's also rated for beginners. So we are going to add a couple miles to our ride by checking out this loop before we head back to the beginning of the Bell Rock pathway.
And from what I've read, the Big Park Loop is more single track, so it's thinner. We got to watch out for hikers a little more, but it's still rated as beginner, so I'm hoping it's something that's doable for us.
It says this is beginner, but I don't know what beginner does this trail. Ugh. My legs are tired. I'm tired. I was trying to like pop my tire.
I could tell. So this has definitely been an interesting single track. I would say if you are a more towards intermediate, beginner intermediate, this would be really fun to ride. We're enjoying it. This has definitely been very cool to see Kari do something like this, because I know it is pushing her limits of how comfortable she is on a bike, but she's crushing it. And honestly, there's a few rocky sections that are a little technical, but most of this has still been packed dirt, and it's actually really fun. Plus the scenery is just amazing.
I lost my momentum, and here's some more rocks to climb, so I'm gonna walk up. You can ride if you want. Big park loop. A lot thinner, and I'd say a lot more rocky.
I think beginner and intermediate.
I think it's a mix. Yeah, I think it's between beginner and intermediate. I don't know that it's, I wouldn't say it's straight beginner. Well, if your quads aren't burning to start, they will be on this ride. We just backpacked almost 40 miles earlier this week, so we chose to bike today for a little bit of a rest. I don't think we're getting much rest.
So we just finished the big park loop. That was definitely more challenging than the Bell Rock Pathway. Not bad though for our first single track ever.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I challenged myself a little bit. I made it up a couple steepies that I didn't think I could make, but I did have to walk my bike a little bit more. There's some like narrow, sharp turns on some rocky grades, but that was a little fun little side route to add to your bike ride.
Almost crashed once.
Almost crashed once, but I saved it.
We're gonna get back on the Bell Rock Pathway and get back to our place for some lunch. See ya.